All right, so my name is Carolyn Camero, and I'm going to talk to you guys about text mining in the business world. So, and the reason why I asked you guys, do you know what text mining is because the person who I interviewed, who is actually an IT engineer at Janssen Pharmaceuticals, one of the many companies from Johnson & Johnson. I asked her, you know what text mining is, and she's like, oh, is that when you go through people's text messages? I'm like, no. Text mining is actually a research technique that looks for word patterns using, the various statistical and linguistics applications to draw knowledge out of unstructured data. It is not the same as data mining. Data mining looks for information in structured data. So this text mining found its origins in the medical field many years ago, and it was not actually manual. There were people who go through reports and counting how many times and a specific phrase came up in the reports and things like that. It got really to be really extenuating and time consuming, so we moved with the computer and all of the technology. They found a way to make it more useful for us. So that being said, we as emergent leaders have the need to understand how we can use this technology to work in our advantage. Why, you may say? Because we sometimes pay a lot of money for market research studies and stuff like that. When we have the information there, we just have to work around it, and that's what text mining does for us. It looks into unstructured data as text messages, social media, and stuff like that, to let us know what's going on, what's trending, what people want to buy, what products people are looking for, what's the buzz, or say it that way. So tonight I'm going to tell you 3 aspects of text mining, and I'm going to tell you how it works to identify trends, how we can use it to identify recurrent problems within our products and services, and also how it can aid us into the job performance appraisals phases that managers have to perform every now and then. To identify new trends, basically what text mining does is it goes into social media, Facebook, Twitter, and all of that. It looks for specific phrases, not just a word, but phrases. Then it gives it a metric value, and it lets the company knows what people are looking for, what kind of products they're looking for. And we as managers can use that information to gain a competitive advantage against our competitors, which is really cool because that, as I said before, it's really costly. To use it to identify recurrent problems within the company. Let's think about call center environment. By 9 o'clock, 100 people could have called already for the same issue, but it will take a lot of time for each rep to go to the supervisor to say, hey, this is going on. With the text mining applications, those tags or phrases are picked up, and the managers know right away what's going on, and they can fix the problem before it gets out of hand. And it gives the company a more proactive approach to their day-to-day operations. Also, I read an example about Honda. Honda feeds the mechanics reports into a database, and those reports are analyzed. And if they see something coming up too much, like for example, they saw an issue with a door coming up, they were able to identify the issue and fix it before it got out of hand, and they had to do a huge recall, which would have cost the company a lot of money. Also, to aid with the job performance application, going back to the call center environment, also they can use specific phrases. They tag phrases that has to do with customers' satisfaction, if they are happy with the services that the company is providing. So what they do, they tag those ratings, they tag it directly to the reps. So when it's time to appraise the performance of their reps, the company has kind of like something that comes from the text mining application, giving a score. And also, the manager can, give their own feedback, they input, and it makes a lot of makes the things much more easier for the manager, because instead of having to pull up the information, pull up like pick and choose calls from the reps to see how they're doing, it just comes up to them and it's right there in the computer, instead of them having to go out of their way listening to calls from each rep and then giving a feedback. It really makes the whole call center environment a lot more dynamic when it comes to performance and giving feedback to employees. Also, with the lady that I spoke with, her name is, by the way, is Michelle Claudio. She's the support for a sales force of 250 reps. What they do, they sell retroviral drugs for HIV and Hep C in the US, but her specific location is in the Northeast. And she tells me they do the same thing. I mean, not only for employee, but also for company performance. They search the media, they look for what people are saying about the company, and it gives actually an immediate rating of how the company is doing and how the reps are doing, which I think is pretty cool, especially with things how they are changing so much nowadays. Again, text mining is simply a research technique. It's about bringing the power of the computer to look or bring the information that it's on seeing, raising it up to us managers, and it's actually our responsibility to get the best out of it and give that information, use the information to give our company a competitive advantage. Thank you.